Hello, YouTubers.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I wanted to do a more personal video, and this is my beautiful, about to be remodeled kitchen. This is the way it looks right now because my husband decided to take down all the cabinets because we're replacing everything. And so this is currently my kitchen. This is the new stuff. He will be staining it. This is where the sink used to be. Here. This is where the door used to be. He's made that a wall. And he cut this big hole and put in French doors. This is yet to be replaced. But we will be replacing this soon. It's going in chunks. Okay. So I am making my son some boiled eggs. I wanted to kind of catch up anybody. What? Yes, they're ready. I took a break in July, and I didn't really let anybody, or let this section of the internet know, such as YouTube. I just kind of slowed down on making videos. But I wanted to kind of catch you guys up from my last video. Quite a bit of people are very interested in it. Leo. And so I figured I would do more kind of like a personal video, since this is about me. And not so much about information, like my other videos have been more informational versus about myself. I mean, the ones that are about myself, I try to be more personal with you. But this is just going to kind of show you my life instead of taking, instead of waiting until they're, well, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so this is my personal life. And this is this little boy's second boiled egg. And he will be 2. And what we were talking, 11 days, that's what we were talking about. 11 days, he will be 2. Asa's our kitty. And he's trying to get underneath the sink. Sawyer, can you close that, please? Thank you. Here you go. Okay, so I wanted to catch you up on my last video. Well, what happened since my last video. And your hormones, and this is, see, the last time my hormones were checked, which wasn't really that long ago, what, about 1.5 years now? Yeah. No. When were they checked? 1 year to 1.5 years ago. I'm gonna go get my coffee. 1 second. Okay. So 1 year to 1.5 years ago. So that's really not even that long. And they were fine then when I was breastfeeding. And I'm healthier now than I was then because I don't eat half the junk food I used to eat on a daily basis. So I have to be healthier. So why would all of a sudden my hormones be so crazy out of whack? But the symptoms that I was experiencing necessarily don't have to mean that my hormones are out of whack for anything. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. And unexplainably, for some reason, sometimes they're more intense or exaggerated, whether that be because you're thinking about it or because maybe for some reason that month you are out of whack. I don't see why all of a sudden your hormones would do that. This is me just talking out loud, basically, because there's nothing behind this. I haven't gone for testing. I haven't gone in to get any kind of blood work done. Mostly because I don't feel like I need it. The symptoms I was experiencing weren't anything different than I've experienced before when I would experience PMS. Sorry, I'm trying to find him because it's darker in that room and he's behind something. Okay. So after the last video, I said my period had started, and it did. It was a medium flow for a day, and then the next day it was a light flow, and then it just stopped. I spotted a little bit the night before it started to be a medium flow, but I counted that as the first day. What was that?
One more egg.
Okay, one more egg. So I counted that as the first flow, but so I just counted it as like a 2-day flow, but it was so light that I was like, what is this? And then it just brown spotted for 3 days. Like very, very light brown spotting, and I've never had a period like that ever. So it was so weird, and I was like, well, now I have to take a pregnancy test because I have to rule out pregnancy. I can't. I know I'm not pregnant. It could be pregnant, but I know I'm not. But I have to rule it out. You can't not rule it out, right? I mean, that's just irresponsible. You're a woman. You're sexually active. You could be pregnant, so you have to take a test. So you take it, Leo. But then knowing what I know, another one, egg 3 for him. You're eating them all? You're putting them in your belly? Yeah. Your belly? So then knowing what I know about pregnancy tests, how, they're reliable, but they're not reliable. So I just keep telling myself I'm not one of those women. No way! I'm one of those women who the pregnancy test tells me the truth, right? I'm one of those women who starts producing HCG right away. I'm one of those, I'm just trying to tell myself that I'm not the, that special person. But I don't really feel pregnant anymore. Even though I don't feel like I had a real period that I can say that all those hormones were necessarily released. I almost feel like my period wasn't heavy enough for me to release a lot of those hormones, so I kept them. And now that's what's messing with me, is that my liver and stuff is trying to get rid of this stuff. I'm not necessarily, sorry, there's a fly. What is it? Hormone imbalance. I don't necessarily have a hormone imbalance, but I have an overload of hormone that's not getting out of my system, if that makes any sense. Because I don't feel like my period was heavy enough. I'm used to having a 3-day pretty heavy period, followed by 2 days of medium to light, and it like goes back and forth throughout those whole 2 days, and then it just like disappears, goes away. That's what I'm used to. And so I don't feel like those hormones released. I feel like my body retained them, and that's what's messing with me even more. I don't necessarily feel pregnant, but I don't necessarily feel not pregnant. I know I'm not pregnant because the pregnancy test tells me so. Another one. Okay. No. You just gave that one to Bitsy. I watched you. You can't have more if you're just going to give it to the dog. You're not really hungry. Yeah. If mommy wanted to give it to the dog, I would give one to Bitsy. But that was for you. And you didn't eat it. You gave it to Bitsy. Kids and dogs, they really love to share, and so I have to watch them. I know. Here. Here, you can rinse off. Here. You can have what you threw on the floor, and I grabbed before Bitsy ate it. Well, then you're not really hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, so this video is getting long. 1 second, hold on. Okay, crisis averted for now. Tantrum. Okay, so yes. So then I was like, okay, I haven't experienced something like this so I've had my first, started my first postpartum period in October of 2016. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 9 months. So during the 9 months that I've had my period back, I've experienced this twice. Where I thought, my body is really, really gearing up with hormones right now. For whatever reason. It's like really, really symptomatic. Let's just say that. My body is really PMS-y symptomatic, which could be either PMS or pregnancy, and I just go with PMS because I don't want to start to get my hopes up, because as soon as you hear the word pregnancy as a woman, whether you are planning it or not, you do start to get your hopes up because a baby is a beautiful thing, and if you think, oh man, I could be pregnant, you can't help it, you get excited. And so if it's not pregnancy, you don't want to like get sad and depressed, and then get baby fever and then start to feel like, oh man, now I really need to have a baby because I thought maybe I could be pregnant and now it gave me all these feelings. You really want to be real with yourself. Sorry, I'm trying to talk because I'm just trying to get it out. And so this has happened to me twice in 9 months that my body has been very, very symptomatic, and you can't not be responsible and not test. Right? As a woman, you're sexually active, you have to test. You could be pregnant. So if your body is really, really, really showing you symptoms that you could be pregnant, you always have that I could be. So now I have to test. And my period being so weird. Not only was I so symptomatic, but my period was almost spotty-like. I could almost say that it was like spotting. It was heavier a little bit, just for like an hour or two, and then it just like was light, and then the brown spotting for 3 days, like, yeah. So the symptomatic plus the weird period, I was like, I have to test. This is only makes sense, right? It was negative. Of course, like I was, but you have to rule it out because there are so many women out there who find out they're pregnant exactly the same way. They are symptomatic and or they're not, but then they experience a weird period. And their experience of a weird period is what clues them in, and they go ahead, eat it. And that's why they test. So anyways, so many people are asking me about this video in particular. My last video, if you haven't watched it, I will link it in the description. So yeah, so this is a personal video. I'm probably rambling, and I am sorry if you got to the end. You are a champ, a hero. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to end it here, huh? It's long enough, right? I think so. These two. And I can't wait for my kitchen. I really can't, guys. It's going to be really awesome. It's going to happen in steps, but it will get there. Maybe I'll keep you guys a little, maybe I'll do updates. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, a great week. I hope you had a great 4th of July. Yesterday was 4th of July. Today is July 5th. I hope you had a great 4th of July. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be well, be happy, be healthy, have fun.
Mom.
Say bye.
Hi.
Say bye.
Bye.
Stay blessed.